Alright, everybody, I'm TychoCelchuuu. This is fog or some sort of like clouds. It looks like fog, early morning fog, and this is a Company Heroes 2 match between, oh boy, somebody whose name I can't pronounce, playing as the German Ostherr, and 3M Weckler, who is ranked like 31, I think, with the British as the British. So this is exciting. We have a very good British player to observe. I'm watching it live via the replay observation feature. And full disclosure, I have basically no idea how the British work because I don't own them. I have yet to purchase them, and if you don't play a faction, then you don't really know a faction, is what I like to say. I like the two little, God, this thing is loud, holy shit. I like the two little rifles that are here. They're very, like, I would not keep them loaded if I were the driver. That would be dangerous, just because they're pointed straight at your head.
An infantry section of Tommies has been trained.
But, you know, also you're in a combat situation, so you maybe want to keep the rifles loaded. But just hope you don't go over any bumps in the roads. This is going to be fun. The Bren carrier is going to encounter the machine gun, and the German player immediately gets the machine gun away from that because they know that the Bren carrier is going to destroy the machine gun. It's interesting that the Bren carrier did not give chase. I don't actually know why the Bren carrier did not give chase. You can't chase too close because these three men have MP40s, and if they're actually close to the Bren carrier, they can do some damage. But I don't know. The British player playing it really, really safe wants to keep the Bren carrier with the infantry section while it's capping and get as much done with that, leaving the machine gun able to stay pretty mobile and actually capture that point. So we're looking pretty good for map control from the German player's perspective, because the Bren carrier is not a thing that captures stuff, whereas infantry are the things that capture stuff, and the German has all infantry, whereas the British has the Bren carrier. These grenadiers holding up in the building, though, are going to slow the capping a bit. So pretty sedate game so far, and this is going to be a tough one for the German player because this machine gun has to contend with the Bren carrier. The Bren carrier is of course great versus the machine gun because it can just drive around and shoot it in the butt. This is a very bold setup for the machine gun too, because any infantry coming from anywhere this side can be flanking it, but I guess with control of this building and more generally with control of this area, the German player has no worries about, oh fuck, the British player picked a doctrine. I was going to go through all of them so I could at least learn some shit about these things, but we've picked the Mobile Assault Regiment, so passive M2 flamethrower. Royal Engineer squads can be upgraded with flamethrower. I don't know about that, but well, maybe it's worth it, because they have machine guns, right? Yeah, they have stems, so no problem getting them close. Ooh, this could be a fun fight for the British. These guys will just stay in the building as long as they can to piss off the Germans, but do little else, because like I just said, they have stems, so they can't do damage at long range. The German player knows that. These grenadiers who are right here, they were trying to get in the house. Once they realized it wasn't going to happen, they retreated as far as possible, even though there's only one window here. Actually, it might have made sense to stick around here and fire at this thing. The one guy in the window would have done a bit of damage at you. Oh, this is an unfortunate reposition. Yeah, it's just getting shot from three sides. There's not a lot you can do, and oh, this is not good. Man, that was terrible. That was so bad. I mean, not terrible in terms of playing terribly, but terrible in terms of the outcome. It fucking set up and then unset up. The machine gun actually didn't take the brunt of it because they focus fired the one man retreating, and the squad died. So that was just really not good at all. Ooh, this could be actually not good. The German player presumably does not see this happening. But could easily... Oh, it's been spotted, and okay, so the British player is not an idiot and just cancels the mortar pit. Because otherwise these guys would have gotten flamed while building it, and or the mortar pit would have gotten flamed. And so the German player really, when life gives him or her lemons, he or she makes good tactical decisions, because losing that squad, capturing the machine gun was very bad, but aside from that, this fight in the middle has been going pretty well, making good usage of the limited units available to them, and for whatever reason the British player is happy to fight there too. I don't know, the British player not being super aggressive with what is at this point a superiority in terms of squads, and thus in terms of being able to fight, and also a superiority in terms of mobility. The Bren carrier can go wherever and whenever, whereas the machine gun locks the German player down Where's the machine gun? Machine gun locks the German player down to wherever the machine gun is. So I'm surprised that the British player isn't trying to just like say, look, forget about the middle, I don't give a shit about the middle, I'm going to capture the rest of the map. But I suppose with this, well, even with this cutoff, I would like to see the British player trying to take that cutoff back. Instead, we do have the British player sort of redoubling the assault on the middle. They are capping this point, so that's good. You want to reestablish that cutoff ASAP to get this fuel back in your, what the fucking hell? Some sort of... What? What the fucking... What's... Oh, I got you. It's the base artillery. The British infantry people. I know at least that much. We can do that. These guys can throw a little coordinated fire smoke thing. And, then the base artillery fires. That's kind of interesting. I don't know how I feel about that, but it's interesting. At least it's a cool little thing that the British can do. So I was going to look at the fuel income before the British had established the cutoff back, but I can't do that. But even once the British has established the cutoff back, look at the difference, 26 versus 32. That's nothing to sneeze at considering how long the British were cut off. And because of that, now we have a scout car out, and the entire dynamics of the match are once again shifted. This time, the German can really come back into it in a big way with this map control that he's got and the cutoff that they've got. Oh, okay, they actually cap it. I thought they were moving out before finishing that cap, but with this cutoff being established, now we look at the fuel income, 16 versus 29. So the German player in a sort of commanding lead. Here they spotted the AT gun, which is bad news bears for the... oh, but it looks like the AT gun got a shot off. Okay, so he knew where the AT gun was. Okay, still a pretty even match. The German infantry is just, compared to these British blobs, there's not a lot you can do if you haven't gone like full-on fucking Panzer Grenadiers or LMG Grenadiers or something like that. You don't have MG backup, or you don't even have your flame pyos in there. You know, if there's 3 British infantry sections firing at your 2 unupgraded, largely unveteran-seed Grenadiers, there's not a ton that you can do, and we have no healing, but we do have a Panzer Grenadier squad coming out, so that's going to be the response, and we have the upgunned Bren carrier to sort of try and deal with this armored car. I don't know how effective that's going to be, because the armored car can circle strafe the Bren carrier. That's of course very dangerous when there's this AT gun in play that can two-shot you, but you know, depends how far extended the Bren carrier gets. So still anybody... Oh wow, I would not be building these sandbags. I guess when there's 2 people building them, it builds fast enough that it wasn't super dangerous, and the cover bonus, is, I suppose, is important enough that he wants it. Oh no, this is not optimal. I don't know what. I guess the German player was banking. Oh, that was a nice shot right through the hedgerows, and now the German's in big trouble. I guess the German player was banking on the Bren carrier not being that far forward. Red cover, not a nice place for these Grenadiers to pause. But I guess that aggressive usage of the AT gun was really effective. The British player finding some balls to use in this fight and using them to good effect. And even the Bren carrier can repair itself, so a couple of Fausts, one after the other, only succeeding it and twice taking it down to half health. And this, I mean, I like the aggression from the German player, but really paying for it. That squad goes down. Panzer Grenadiers toss a nice grenade, but all that's going to do is oh wow, that did that kill one of their own guys? It seemed like maybe. I don't know. It's tough to tell. Those infantry sections plus the Bren carrier firing probably did the kill. Where's the machine gun? Yeah, so I don't know. It would have been nice to see this machine gun maybe in the fight. That's been the linchpin. Or that's been potentially the linchpin. Man, these bullet ricochets are just going like fucking every which way. You'd think they'd be shooting themselves in the head with. But yeah, this MG42 really hasn't been used at all in the entire game. In the very beginning, it was sort of used here, but all that did was cost the German player a squad when it got decrewed and he had to recrew it. So now we're finally getting it used. It got its first kill just now, and notice how instantly effective... Oh, just kidding. Infiltration. Oh fuck, I gotta look at this thing before the game is over. Oh no, it's killed the thing. Okay, flamethrowers don't care. Advanced cover combat infantry section of the crew goes 5 receive their blah blah blah. That's exciting. Infiltration. These guys are cool. I like those. Land mattress, ooh, that's exciting. And crew, wow, you gotta get why is the 8 CP thing before the 6 CP thing? Somebody at Relic has got to be like an alcoholic or something, and they're in charge of everything at CoH2, because nothing makes sense. So, I don't know, we have some teching for the British. I want to look at that, but there's a fight right now. Can I click on stuff? Yeah, so I guess we have a company command, post, built. Don't know what's going to come out of that. I'm busy watching these infantry go at it. Ooh, something blew up. Oh no, grenades from these guys are wiping out the squad. Ooh, they're gonna get away! Gonna get away! Oh, nice hopping out of that building to go on the offensive to stop that retreat. That was really, really good. These commandos know what is up, and they get a kill on these Panzer Grenadiers as they're coming in, so even though they had to cross-rise cover to get there, it looks like they're gonna win the fight, and it looks like you might even get out the okay, this is pretty much curtains for the Germans. We don't have any teching past the Lake to Mechanized Company, so it's just going to be armored cars from here on out. So unless that armored car sort of weaves around the AT gun and wreaks havoc with these infantry, I don't think there's much of a thing that the German player is going to be able to do to come back into this game. How do the British heal? So these guys can heal themselves. Oh, and they can heal any injured troops nearby? That seems pretty good, but nobody's around to heal the Commandos, but maybe they can just heal out in the field. That's cool. What do the Commandos get? Gammon bomb, Ganondorf bomb, camouflage, and a smoke grenade. How much does this cost? 35. That's great.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
Damned enemies trying to take the point from us. Man, these British people don't hold back. They're like, damn these enemies, yo. Fucking damn them to hell. So now's the chance for the German player to come back in the game. The AT gun is repositioning, but there's a brief, like, 3-second window where this armored car can actually do something in conjunction with the machine gun. So finally we're seeing the combined arms. The promise of the dream is real. I don't know how those Royal Engineers thought they were going to get something done, but now they're dead. So that's, I guess, that's the way to make it back into this game. Slow and steady wins the race. Push the British off the field, capture some stuff, and wipe some squads while you're at it, and sooner rather than later, you're pretty much back at parity. I guess that was a mine. Must have been. What kind of mine? Well, I can't click on the Royal Engineers to find out what kind of mines they can lay anymore. Something's got to cap this at some point. The German player really sweating, feeling the loss of the squads. I don't know if reversing at these guys was the best idea, but I guess it doesn't matter. German player really feeling the loss of these squads at this point, not being able to get that cutoff back, not being able to even like capture this stuff once he pushed the British off. All he's got is a machine gun over there. Armored car doesn't give a shit about the infantry section, wipes a couple guys, might chase them as far as it can. This AT gun's still over there, but it's repositioned. I guess this had to pack it up. It was worried about grenade thingy, a coordinated fire from the HQ, or maybe worried that the opponent had upgraded grenade. I don't know when these Shreks got upgraded. This is presumably Shreks for the future. Well, I don't know. Now that all the Grenadiers are dead, there's nothing that can Faust the Bren carrier, so it's either Small Arms Fire or Shreks or the Armored Car that's got to take it out, and Small Arms Fire was obviously fairly ineffective, all things considered. So I guess this is to get the Bren carrier, but I mean, look, these Panzer Grenadiers are pretty much like the only people you have that can do some real damage versus the infantry. I got, you know, the machine gun can and the flamethrower can, but the Panzer Grenadiers are important. They're like 1/4 of your army, or 20% of your army at this point, and so I don't know about upgrading them with Shreks, except the German player did realize that a Cromwell was coming earlier than I did, and in fact the Cromwell could have come out. Jesus, look how much he's floating! Waiting for a Stuggy, I suppose. So we're about 1/3 of the way through 6 CPs, and you need 7 for the Stuggy, and that is going to be the German player's way back into this game, because there's pretty much, I mean, so the Cromwell obviously can circle strafe the Stug. I don't think the penetration is fantastic, although the Stuggy's not like the most healthy tank in the world. It's got nice front armor, but you get around the side, I think things look bad. And now here's the challenge for the German player. Stay alive long enough to make it up to the Stuggy. Oh, nice couple of rear armor hits. Those things fucking curveballed right through there. Nice Gammon, whatever the hell, in on that thing. Another couple shots. Oh, there's just one shot. That guy was reloading. Is he gonna fire? Stop him, fire, stop him, fire. Man, you had the rear shot for a sec. Oh, wow, and we're up to 7 CPs already. Here comes the Stug. Was trying to wait around to get a bit of... Oh, wow, nope, fires the infantry section. That's a bad choice. What did the Stug run over that made all the boom booms at the back of the... Or what did the Cromwell run over that made all the boom booms at the back of this thing? I don't know. So the Stugi is out. It's actually not going to kill the Cromwell, I'm just realizing, because it's got the stubby little gun. So that's actually not quite as much of a savior of the German hopes as you might have expected. And we also have an AT gun up here. Oh no, don't know about that. Don't know about giving up your flamethrower pioneers to recruit the machine gun. But I guess the worry is if the British get the machine gun, then you're double fucked. So it's not a lot you can do. AT gun firing the Stugi. We're going all in on these Stugis, but yeah, they just don't quite hold up. The problem with the Stug is that you can't circle strafe the opponent AT gun, right? Because it's got a fixed gun on the front, and so there's pretty much nothing you can do versus the AT gun. You'll have to see. Look how weird it looks that this thing's upgraded, but unlocked, but this thing's not unlocked. That's very unfortunate. But yeah, so I love the German player here. Very scrappy player, doing the best he or she can. But oh wow, what's this? Why do we have artillery? What was here? Something must have been here like 20 minutes ago. What is going on? If only I could rewind. Yeah, I don't know why these things are fucking leveling the hedge. Maybe the goal is to clear the hedge for eventual base destruction. But I don't think that's going to happen. Another Stug called in. So we're up to 3 Stugs for those keeping track at home. One of them badly injured, but it's getting back there. I don't know. Where's the AT gun? I don't know why it's all the way back there. I guess better safe than sorry with the AT gun, but you pay for it by having this infantry attack completely unsupported, and now, really importantly, the AT gun is completely unsupported. We're up to enough Stugs that the German player can afford to send one on a flanking mission, and I guess it's not completely unsupported. Somehow the Commandos are here and cloaked. And we have a Cromwell, and now we have a Bren. So yeah, now not only can the armored car not come in, but I guess infantry are going to have a tough time coming in too. So German players still in this game. You can't really ignore 3 Stugis, but it's really been an uphill battle since losing that original squad long ago. It's tough to come back from that sort of thing. That was a really impressive shot on the Stugi, and that was a less impressive shot on the Stugi. Luckily there's nope, there's not another Stugi. This is the Stugi that was back there, and now we see the weaknesses of the fixed gun design that the Germans went for on these assault guns, because this tank has absolutely no problems wrecking face. Would have had no problems no matter how big the gun on the front of that assault gun had been, because oh no, it's just going from bad to worse. I don't know why the plan was to do that. That was maybe to stop them from going this way. I think clearly their retreat path, no matter what, was in this direction. I guess since the retreat path was slightly towards the Commandos, he figured he was going to soft retreat back this way, so he wanted to cut that off with a grenade, whatever. We have another Stugi called in, but then immediately just completely demolished by this Cromwell, which doesn't give a shit.
Squad knocked out.
But we did destroy a squad of whatever the fucks. I don't know what it was actually over here. What's it firing at? The base? The thing is, the German players' squads are so depleted that there's not even enough stuff in the base for anything to get nailed by the land mattress. So a lot of sound and fury, but signifying nothing. Oh, it really hurts that bunker, so that's not good. The medic bunker almost going down to the land mattress barrage. So one more of those would definitely be worth it to finish that shit off. But where is the land mattress? So it's pretty far forward. This is what happens when you have such map superiority. You can bombard the opponent. Look at this dude just bouncing off. Oh my god. Yeah, the Stugi was not the call, bro. That was not the choice. This whole entire doctrine, maybe not the choice, because he's used nothing from it except for the Stugi. I guess maybe now we can hold out for a Tiger, but that's a lot of fuel. 230 fuel, and we're at 25 right now, so you need basically times 10 of the amount of fuel that you've got to get a Tiger, and it doesn't look like we're going to get that anytime soon with plus 13 fuel income, so I'm pretty worried. And now we have a Firefly too, which is just going to, like, destroy these things. So good play by the British taking out that machine gun in the beginning of the match. I think the German player also, I don't know about the doctrine choice, consider the fuel dumped into these Stoogies. So it's 75 times 4, 7, 14, 21, 28. So that's actually not a ton of fuel, but I don't know. It might have been maybe nice to see the German player tech up to, here's an assault. This thing, oh, nice that AT gun missed, but this thing can basically, well, I was going to say go in with impunity, but these Panzer Grenadiers have really been the only thing keeping this Cromwell from running roughshod over the opponent. Nice machine gun, killing that AT gun. Oh boy, here's the light artillery barrage, so now the German player has used something. Oh sweet, the Firefly's got the dope-ass rockets. So actually this is bad in a way because it's going to kill the AT gun. Yeah, the German player wanted that AT gun. Maybe it wasn't even in the cards to get the AT gun. That was a really nice bundle grenade. If he wipes this infantry squad, that's all going to be worth it. Oh my goodness. German player clawing his way back into this thing. Stoogie doing desperate work versus the Cromwell. Now it's these guys' turns. They're going to stop to fire at that. I don't know about that. They really ought to just be rushing this Cromwell. I think you gotta get some damage in. Uh-oh, here comes the land mattress. This might be curtains. A mattress and curtains, just a lot of furniture for the Germans at this point. But luckily it only kills someone on the machine gun. Oh, wow, that's exciting. Bren carry down. So the German player's still in this. He's got to get the fuel. He's got to capture some points on the map, because if he doesn't capture some points on the map, nothing's ever going to happen for him. But, you know, you capture some points on the map, you get yourself a Tiger, maybe you got a stew going, you know? Like, things can turn around. There is light at the end of the tunnel for the Germans, and that light smells like cinnamon. Infiltration Commandos. Where are they? That's a very passive sort of use of infiltration commandos. Are there any buildings over around here they could have called him in? No.
200 points remaining.
No, not really. This is not a good... Can you call him in here? I bet he could have called him in here. I would have called in your infiltration commandos there. It actually doesn't matter, because... Oh, wait, no, they're not there. They're there. They're too far back. Yeah, it would have been cool to capture that point. But this is not a nice map for calling in people from buildings. There's not a lot of buildings. These look like buildings, but they're not buildings. They're just wood. Eventually they'll be buildings. Someday these logs will be something. This log stacky thing is a cool little thing. I'm a big fan of lawn stacky things. So this Sherman Firefly has done fuck all, which is surprising because you would think it'd be owning face against these Stoogs. Is this thing getting repaired? Yeah it is. Oh no, that was an impressive grenade. The gamma bomb does about half the damage on a armored car, so that's cool. And look at this, a British player being able to capture... Oh, now we have assault grenadiers called in. So this is using the doctrine more the way it ought to be used, namely at all. These people, I think, are going to be helpful. See, like, you know, it's... what's it cost? 280 manpower versus 240 for the Grenadiers, or 340 for the Panzer Grenadiers. So clearly a lot cheaper than the Panzer Grenadiers. And they have one more man than the Grenadiers. They've got the damage in close range to deal with the British squads. Clearly, if you can't micro them away from a grenade, then they're not going to be super effective. But aside from that, oh boy. Oh, it hits the ground. This is playing with fire. German player, I don't know what the... Oh, Jesus, don't fire your Panzer Shreks at the infantry squads. You've done this a couple times now. And if we had had a double volley of Shreks in on the side of this Cromwell... No, don't fucking do that. That would have really wrecked the Cromwell. So what you need to do is save your Panzer Shrek shots from shooting at the infantry. And the way to do that is just to keep giving them move orders until you have a clear shot at the tank, or just give them an attack order on the tank. Either works. The thing is, you can't just let them auto-fire, because they'll auto-fire at the infantry and fire their Shreks if they can't hit the tank, which in this case they couldn't. Don't fucking shoot the Shreks at the people. But you really, because the Shreks just take so long to reload, that you need to get every little bit out of each time they fire, and so you want it to go into a tank when you can. So when there's a tank afoot, keep giving them move orders or giving them an attack order. The move orders are nice because you can lose sight of the tank, but they won't immediately just fire at the infantry. And if they're moving, they can't fire the Shreks. Oh, nice crush. But yeah, see, this Cromwell, if it were a bit more hurt, it wouldn't be right here pushing the infantry off, capping these points. It would be back at home getting repaired or something. So nice, he's going to get this commando squad. Yeah, there's no way he gets out of there. Nice job with the CoH2 with the little side skirts. So German player, again, still in this, really needs these points over here to get the fuel income, to get the Tiger at some point down the road. But I think the British just playing it slow and steady. Notice we're doing the VP drain boogie here, not taking any risks at all with the Firefly, moving the land mattress back, not taking too many risks with the Cromwell cruiser, Cromwell Mark 6 cruiser. I assume that says tank, but it's covered up with this thing, so good job, Relic. Actually, I shouldn't complain about that, because that's probably because we have the Observer UI, which is much better than what we had before, which was just from the viewpoint of one player with that awful HUD taking up 90% of the screen, and you couldn't see both players' resources. So thank you, Relic, for eventually fixing that. We joined the modern era of real-time strategy games once we could see both people's resources at the same time. More assault grenadiers called in. So I mean, these Panzer Grenadiers, these guys paying off. The other squad fucking died at some point. I wasn't even paying attention. These guys paying off. The Shreks definitely being more effective than I originally thought they were going to be, just because they came out right at the time that the Cromwell came out. Oh man, look at that. That was funny. That was funny smoke. Because it just protected them while they were here, but they immediately retreated. So that was just to save them from like the first volley, I guess, and then force these guys to rotate. In fact, I don't know. That was a weird smoke. Anyways, we have another Cromwell, so, I don't know. At this point, it's tough to predict who will win. It's looking really good for the British, but all the German has to do, I don't know about this light artillery on your own men. These kind of mistakes cost you the video game, but at this point, none of the shells have even landed on the assault grenadiers. That one seemed to have taken out a guy. But that was actually, wow, that one took out a guy too. That actually turned out pretty well, I think. Oh, what? Stop moving, stop. Well, he wanted, I'm fairly, it's tough to tell. Either the movement was to back up so that the front armor is facing the infantry section, or the movement was just to start chasing the infantry section, but the territory point fucked up the pathing, which happens a lot with vehicles. Either way, I'm not a huge fan of that movement, because you gotta know, when you're moving a vehicle or an infantry unit, its accuracy goes down. It's less easy for it to hit stuff when it fires, and that's actually really important for something like a tank that fires once every like 20 minutes, or, yeah, those, wow, actually, are those hurting the tank? I don't know, they're not. It's the AT gun hurting the tank. But the thing is, if it fires once every 20 minutes, like one of these things, one of these tanks, or it fires in bursts, like the armored car does, if you can, you really just want to be not moving while you fire those bursts, or while you fire that shot, just so you get the accuracy bonus. And the thing is, that armored car, you can maneuver it while it's not firing, but as soon as you see it's ready to start firing, you just hit the S button, hit the stop button, I'm pretty sure it's S, and then you get that little accuracy bonus when it fires, and that's pretty important, because that can be the difference between wiping a squad and not wiping the squad. Notice that infantry squad got out of that fight with the armored car, and I don't think it needed to get out of the fight. The armored car, instead of moving back here, could have just stayed right here, take the little tiny extra damage from the Bren firing into the back of you. Honestly, that's better in two ways. You bait the opponent by making it look like they can hurt your armored car more when it doesn't really matter. Number two, you're right here, right at your base, so it's not like your armored car is in much danger. I guess you do have to worry about the marauding Cromwell, but still, it's worth it if you wipe an infantry squad. Take that little risk. But German player didn't do any of that, ended up losing the armored car, having to chase him down because he didn't do enough damage before they started retreating. And that's one fewer thing that the German has to work with. Here's this AT gun. I'm worried that it's gonna get land mattressed. How's the cooldown? The cooldown's ready to fire at some point, and it's ready there. So I would land mattress the fuck out of this if I were the British. Oh no, the Commandos hurting people. Are they Vet 3? Yeah, they're Vet 3. That's pretty cool. What do you get at Vet 3? Drop a smoke grenade. Oh, that's automatic. I'm an idiot. Yeah, like, that's just hilarious. It doesn't do anything, but it's hilarious. It can do things if you're like here and you retreat and it blocks a choke point, but mostly it's just like, fuck it, poof, we're out. Peace, motherfuckers. Or I guess, peace, motherfuckers. Some sort of British accent right there. What kind of things do we have? Commando submachine guns cool down 5% faster. Hungry like the berries. I like the name of that one. Veteran training tank. Cromwell Mark 4's main weapon reloads 5% faster. Infantry section 3%. So really, just by looking at these these bulletins, you can tell exactly what the British player is going to do. I'm not sure if he always telegraphs what he's going to do like that, but it worked this time. Land mattress. Like 20 minutes later fires at the point I totally thought he should bombard. By this point the German player has moved and literally nothing gets hurt. Unless... Wow, that was near miss. That was near miss. Wow, that machine gun is counting its lucky stars. And now we have artillery coming in here doing nothing. Maybe gonna wing these guys capping. If it does, that'll be unfortunate. I guess he bought a grenadier squad at some point. That's an interesting choice considering you can get the assault grenadiers for slightly more. And they're better in a lot of ways, but the Grenadiers can get the LMG upgrade is maybe the plan. I don't know. Whoop. This refocusing that the German player is doing is not coming at a good time, but he does make it in time to get the pack refocused. This is all to set up a flank by the Firefly, but the British player, I think, reconsidering, and in fact, oh no, not reconsidering, gets a nice hit in there, but this could be bad if the Firefly, oops, that's dead. Oh wow, so yeah, the British player just happens to have enough tanks to make this work, and the strategy here seems to be bleed the Germans dry, and it has been the strategy for a long time, but I honestly think the British player would have done better with some sort of all-on assault. Soften them up with artillery first and then fucking go in and destroy them. The passive sort of play, and I mean not completely passive obviously, but being more passive than needed. Oh boy, that German squad is down. This, I think, must have been Pioneers, I think. Yeah, I don't even know what that was. They look like Pioneers though, so they must have been Pioneers. I don't know if that's, yeah, that's Pioneers. That guy's a German, or British, but... So, still anybody's game, because we do have a Tiger in 640 manpower. Oh no, another Stuggy down. So see, this is what I'm saying about being aggressive. It's a little tough right now. It's not happening quite the way you want to see. The tanks are going in piecemeal and giving the pack enough time to shoot at everything. But yeah, see, look at this. When you just oh, yeah, turning your back to the two Shreks is not what you want. And also so here's the thing: the Firefly wasn't in that fight at all. We didn't get a land mattress barrage simultaneously with the assault. We didn't get any base artillery barrage simultaneously with the assault. All the infantry is back at base. Imagine how devastating that attack would have been had the Firefly been repaired and in the fight had the rest of the infantry, the British infantry, come in. Had we had an artillery barrage right before then to force the pack back. So that it couldn't be aimed. Wow, this is Jesus Christ Almighty. Why did we do that? I guess this is the evil smoke, the white phosphorus, right? Yeah, so they'll also take people down to 0 health, and you don't fucking move forward when it's a 0 health. Don't do that with this. I'm actually eating my words right now. This is the most dangerous thing in the entire world. Literally anything shooting them and they'll die. But he fucking moved it forward, nailed him, and he's gonna actually pay for it with the AT gun. But it's such a tempting target that maybe he can kill a bunch. Oh no, the British infantry don't even go for it. The British player really needs to fucking go for it. Like 6 times now in this game. It could have gone 1 if the British player fucking went for it. Decrewing that AT gun wouldn't have been the end of the world. But it's so easy. Literally one burst from any gun will decrew that Vet 3 thing, and that's important. So yeah, British player, if he loses at this point, which is actually looking like a real possibility, we actually don't have the fuel. We called in another Stug? Yeah, we called in another Stug. Oh, I don't know about that choice, Chappie. I don't know about that. I would try and stay in the game till you get a Tiger. I guess the German player didn't realize the British player was just going to wimp out and run the hell away. He thought that it was going to come down to a climactic battle right here, right now, everything fucking shooting at each other, and thus he called in another Stuggy, and that's totally understandable. I totally support that, but I don't know, being slightly less because you think that you got to keep your eyes on the prize, man. You got to know, ooh, don't have these guys in red cover. Just like these guys in red cover. Don't have your men in red cover. You got to keep your eyes on the prize. And the prize at this point is a Tiger tank. And you just, like, everything at this point, the German player needs to be thinking, number one, don't lose on VPs. Number two, fucking get it. Fucking get it. What is going on? Fucking get it. See, the German player, despite being on the back foot, is going for blood in, oh no, in a way that the British player was never able to do, and that is, I'm not sure how much is paying off. He might actually get chased down by the Firefly. We'll have to see. Ooh, this AT gun coming up, that's really good news, because it's got to push off this Centaur. Centaur doesn't realize quite yet that it's being shot at by an AT gun, because there's so much shit going on for the player to micro. He gets it out. How's the Vet 3 AT gun doing? Where's that thing? Oh, it's not even healed up. This is not good. This is not good. These Commandos are going to kill. See, look what happens when you're at this low health. The Commandos is from this far away to crew everybody. Back when it was at no health, the Commandos could have just fired a burst from over here and killed everybody. Over here is crazy. It's crazy. So, I don't know. At this point, you got to have your eyes on the prize being the Tiger, and you just want to fucking press that Tiger button. You're just hovering over it, clicking it every second, and anything you do that takes you further away from that click, you gotta think, do I really need this? Do I really need this? Or can I not do this? And just spamming these Stugs, it's a nice little comfort click. It keeps you in the game a little longer, because the Stug is very hard for the infantry to kill, and it's slightly annoying for your opponents to kill, but I don't know, hold out for the Tiger is my my suggestion. But what scrappy play from the German player, clawing his way back into the game. And I know I've said this like 3 times, but I'm going to say it a 4th. The British player had chances so often to go in and go for the jugular. We finally saw it with that attack with the Cromwells, but it was a half-assed attack. The Firefly wasn't there, the infantry weren't there, no land mattress barrage, no base artillery barrage, and without that, nice grenade. Oh, nice grenade. And without that, there's just no cutting the jugular, no complete death for the German player. And when you leave the German player in the game like this, the German player is going to be like, well, I'll keep playing. I'll keep doing my best. I'll keep capturing these VPs, see if I can. Would like to see this fuel capped, because you need it for the Tiger, but I guess these guys can't rush those guys because they're at 3 and they have an LMG and they're up a man. And, I don't know, use infiltration grenades. No, steel hand grenade, grenade assault, whatever it's called. Use the fucking... The problem with this game is that there's so many abilities that do the same thing, but they're named different stuff. These effectively do the same thing as infiltration grenades. They just toss a shit ton of grenades, but it's called a different thing. Anyways, I would like to have seen that grenade assault, a Hail Mary over here. Totally would have been worth it if you get the fuel point and the VP, because you desperately need both. Instead, we just down to a stalemate, nothing's happening. I mean, that's understandable, both people microing over here. We have, at some point, upgraded the squad sizes for these people long ago. Should have mentioned that, though, just so you know. That's a thing. Probably, so I don't know how many new viewers I have, like, new players. Oh no, now they're getting assaulted. That's the worst of both worlds. Well, it's not the worst of both worlds. It's better to force your opponent to assault you like this, but since they're better at close range, what you want to do is somehow get close, and so that usually entails running at them. Oh no, these guys may be gonna die. They use the grenade assault. This could be really bad if the Commandos throw a diddly winky in, and they're pulling back anyway, so that's cool. This could be the thing that breaks the German line, just because the German forced to throw so much into defending this VP, because he doesn't have this VP. Now he's going to have this VP, and he might be looking sort of back at himself and realizing, oh Jesus, why did I give up effectively my 2 AT guns? One of them actually still alive, but why did I give up an AT gun, so much infantry over here on this point, and sink so much effort into defending it when, well, oh, he doesn't have this point either. Ooh, this is looking dire for the Germans. Just not enough infantry, and at this point the British player, I think, realizing that if you just send everything to attack one area, and simultaneously bombard it with a land mattress. Victory is yours. I recommended this like 20 minutes ago, but this is finally happening. Now imagine this assault with 3 extra Cromwells. How would it... Oh, fucking Firefly with these rockets. So it used to work that you would take these rockets and just click on the AT gun and it would just blow up. Effectively. That was how it used to work. Relic realized that might be a little overpowered. Tanks are not supposed to be able to do that to AT guns, so now you just fire the rocket and you hope it hits, and then it hits, and you decrew the AT gun anyways, and you win. So that's kind of bullshit. But yeah, so imagine that British attack right there, except with 3 extra Cromwells, or 2 extra Cromwells. I think it was 3, but 3 or 2 doesn't matter. That would have been the end for the Germans. So the lesson here is that when you have a lot of shit, don't use half of it in your assault. And the issue isn't like, oh, look, Tycho's omniscient because he can see through the fog of war, so he knows the German player is weak and will die to the assault if the British player just assaults now. No, that's not it at all. The British player read the situation well enough to know that it was time for a big on assault eventually. But the thing is, when it was time for that, the British player only used 50% of the forces that were available. The Firefly was sitting back here at half health being repaired, and the infantry was back at the base. So the lesson here is when you commit to an all-out assault, you fucking commit to an all-out assault. And holy shit, the Germans still in this game somehow. Oh, this land mattress could be ugly. Gonna grab the Bren and then retreat maybe. On up, keep moving forward. See, that's always an option. You don't always remember it when you're under artillery fire and you're like shit, 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 shit. But moving forward, moving anywhere your opponent doesn't expect you to be, or moving anywhere the artillery... I don't know what these guys are doing. So that was really brave, but then they died, and now they're actually going to die on the retreat, maybe. That could be awful, because they just picked up a Bren. Too bad, but they get out. So that was... I like the boldness, but really what would have been nice is to maybe camp out right here, behind this house. With true sight, the opponent won't even know they're there. You'll be safe from the Centaur, and you can shoot the opponent. So it's a little annoying because the Commandos will own you in close combat, but I mean, look, you have 2 squads of people, one of which has a Bren. Maybe you can toss a grenade or something. You don't have to worry as much about 1 squad of Commandos. 2 squads of Commandos, you'd have to insta-retreat or anything more than that. But, I mean, you can still try and hold your own against the Commandos, because there are only 4 dudes in the squad, and you have 8 dudes in your squad, including a guy with a Bren. So, chances are you can win that fight. We have some nice Stug usage over here, just plinking away at these infantry who have to be here. Ooh, nice. Give a flamethrower up to the Pioneers, perhaps. Would actually like to see the flamethrower on the assault Grenadiers. They are very happy with flamethrowers because they want to get in close and then they flame people. The thing about the assault Grenadiers is that maybe you'll often have them on the move, and since a flamethrower can't move, can't fire on the move, you kind of don't want a flamethrower on them. But I think it's a good trade-off because they have 5 people in the squad, and so they're less likely to lose the flamethrower. It's nice to have a lot of people in your flamethrower squad because that way the sort of flamethrower can keep firing as long as possible while all the rest of the people die, because someone's always holding the flamethrower who's alive. So that's pretty nice. I like the light artillery barrage over here, almost wiping the squad. Does leave a Bren on the ground. Is there anyone who can go get the Bren? I guess these assault grenadiers. A Bren also not the worst on assault grenadiers. Again, so light machine guns can't fire. Well, actually some of them can. Actually, maybe the Bren can fire on the move. I don't know. I have to pay attention to that. Some of them can, some of them can't. I think they're all still fairly good on these sort of close-in assault people when they've got 5 dudes in the squad. Just because, again, anytime you're not moving, one of those 5 guys will be firing that light machine gun, and it's just harder to lose that light machine gun. You just get a lot of bang for your buck. Whereas a light machine gun on like a 4-man squad, like the Grenadiers, it's not bad, but it's like very quickly that you have a chance of losing that thing because there's only 4 guys in the squad, and so they're going to go down. Did the Bren get picked up by? No, it's still there on the ground. Oh, now they got it. Cool. So somehow German player still in this game, assiduous use of Stugs, and British player not quite really investing in any anti-tank. Would like to maybe see another anti-tank gun because it's fairly easy for the British to defend it. Notice the German player has really not been able to aggress past this line, except for that one time those infantry went in and got themselves own. On the flank here, of course, the German player able to maybe move in sometimes to do some damage, but aside from that, any anti-tank guns hold up here would be pretty much safe except for off-map artillery called in. These guys seem more or less impervious to Stoogs, except now they don't seem. And this is really dangerous. Really, really dangerous. There's 2 packs firing at the Firefly, and does it knock out? It does knock out the Stoog, but it pays for it with its life. You can't do that with a Firefly. You can't go up against 2 AT guns and expect anything exciting to happen, except if by exciting you mean death and destruction. And do we have the fucking Tiger yet? No, we have another Stoog. Come on, man. Come on.
Our capture point. They're trying to take
I don't know. I just don't know. I mean, like, it's been do or die for the German player, like, the entire time. He's gone from like 40 VPs to 30 VPs in the space of 20 minutes or something. Oh Jesus, now the land matters. I said the German player couldn't aggress over here, but now that the Firefly's dead, it's fucking aggression. This aggression will stand, and if there's 2 Stoogs, if this is gonna run somebody over, just fucking nails that kid without even trying. They need to turn and fire. Please turn and fire. Oh my goodness, the land mattress gets itself decrewed, and that guy's like, fuck this. And now the Stoogs are like, we're Stoogs, and now this Stoog is like, I'm a Stoog, and the Centaur is like, oh Jesus, I gotta stop the decap. But it's no, it's not too late. He does stop the decap. But for how long? Not very long, because there's a Stoog here. The Stoog seems very, very ineffective versus the Centaur AA tank. And it looks like the British player might actually still do this. The thing is, the British player has been losing a lot of stuff. Up to 400 fuel, but no manpower. Ooh, this could get crazy. This could get wacky. Chicken's out again. I really want to see these Stoogs just nail stuff in the base. That's the second time the German players considered it. They can't even... Oh, now they can penetrate. Wait. Nope, that was the pack. So these things are just... these are just distractions. And the Centaur is like, fuck, 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 fuck.
HQ is under attack.
This is so much fun. I love this game. I'm really glad I decided to spectate this thing. This is so wacky. And now the packs are pulling out. I don't know what they're scared of. We're getting base buildings attacked. How do you even kill the British? Oh, they're shooting. Well, whatever they're shooting, they're not doing any damage, so they just gotta pull out. Jesus, this is so funny. Oh my god, who's gonna win? Another Cromwell call-in. It's just the battle of the call-ins. That Cromwell's gonna be really nice if the packs don't get set up to nail it. This pack down to 2 people, so that's kind of unfortunate going all the way back. This pack pulling back a bit. We'll have to see how this turns out. I just at this point I have no. Oh Jesus, almost lost the squad. I guess that was. So that wasn't the Commandos go with the Bren. My computer just made a noise. Hold on, gotta pause to make sure I'm not out of disk space. Okay, yeah, we're not out of disk space. We're cool. We're good to go. I am on the edge of my seat. I'm not actually. I'm leaning back a bit. Oh! It's the ineffective Stoogs. Something knocked out the turret on the Cromwell temporarily. Look at this. What is doing the damage? Nothing's actually doing the damage. It's just there's too many Stoogs. There's too many Stoogs. Rear armor hits they can penetrate. So there's the lesson there. If you're trying to kill a Cromwell and or a Centaur, you need to hit the rear armor with the Stoogs. Although if you have 5, I guess you can just keep firing forever. And the British player just doesn't have any anti-tank. It's just the Cromwell, and the Cromwell just can't fire fast enough to take out the Stoogs. This thing with side skirts maybe helping. Do side skirts help? I don't know actually if side skirts help against. I think they must help against. Oh wow. Couple rear armor hits, and that's all she wrote. And I think this game is over. The British player does have the fuel to keep calling in Cromwells, but or even Fireflies. But yeah, there's just no manpower, and the VP is actually starting to tick down for the Germans. Ooh, wipes a squad, so could actually be back in this now. If you get enough squads dead, then the opponent just actually can't capture oof, and these AT guns going down are not going to do any help. The Stoogs, like just fucking around and not doing anything is also really, really damaging for the Germans, because what you need is to be wiping squads or something. Right now they're just sticking around. These 2 are just sitting outside the base. This thing's getting killed by the Centaur. Oh, the AT gun gets stolen. That's a new trick I wasn't expecting. It looks like it's going to be immediately decrewed by the assault guns, but it turns around, maybe going to get a shot in. on the Stug. No, it's not going to get a shot in. So actually that was not a good recrew because he's going to lose his infantry section here.
One of our anti-tank
There's
guns is
no
gone.
way they'll be alive. Yeah, so unless this triple VP cap, because these Stugs can't cap it back, unless this triple cap wins the game for the British, I think it's going to be the game is over for the British. But what a fucking ending, guys. Whose grenades? Both people's grenades. So we're going to have base artillery coming in. It's going to be tough to cap it under this base artillery, especially because this infantry squad is still alive. Somehow the Stug not killing anybody. Germans down to 3 things trying to decamp in the middle. Oh, it's over. What a game. What an incredible game. My friends, that was excellent. British player pulls it out in the end with the triple cap. How good is that? That's just fucking nuts. My goodness. Probably could have won much earlier had he pushed in with the Firefly and through Commandos and blah, 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 but you've heard enough about that. I really would like to see a Tiger at some point. I think that could have won the game for the British, or for the Germans, but just awesome game. I'm so pumped.